Hey guys, what's going on? It's Karl here, back with another video. Going super crazy this week with all the uploads because I've got devices like this in the studio. This is the Galaxy Note 5, and these are my 5 reasons why you should buy this awesome phablet of a device. And remember, there will be another side to this review. I'll do 5 reasons why you should not buy the Galaxy Note 5, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Stay posted as that video will come out right after this one. We'll kick things off with number 1, this awesome and beautiful build quality. So if you've taken a look at the Galaxy S6 or S6 Edge, you can naturally see where the Galaxy Note 5 draws its looks from, and this is definitely not a bad thing. We finally, this year around, have a Samsung device that feels, looks, and is completely made out of premium materials. Around the top, we do have all aluminum, and the front and the back are covered in 2 panes of Gorilla Glass 4, I believe. This is a premium device. There's no doubt about it. When you pick it up, when you hold it, when you take a look at it, it finally feels up to par. And I'm gonna compare this to the likes of an iPhone. And that is definitely not a bad thing either. The iPhone has usually been the standard or the benchmarks for premium phones. And now the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 fits into that category. There are a few trade-offs, of course, like not having a removable or replaceable battery or a micro SD card, but I will leave that for another video. One thing that I'll note though, having a glass back, it does look nice, but it is a bit slippery in the hands and it does attract a lot of fingerprints. If you take a look at this video, you'll see when the light hits off it, this is a fingerprint magnet. A maybe quick remedy or quick cure to this, throw a skin on it. It will also serve to have a bit of grip, plus you won't get all those nasty fingerprints. Number 2, the display. And just like how the phone feels, the display is just as gorgeous. It is a 5.7-inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display, so everything is nice and contrasty. The colors pop, the blacks are nice and dark. Samsung, your screens are top notch. The image feels like it's floating on top or very close to the surface of the display, and watching any sorts of media, movie trailers, videos, playing games, full screen is just a pleasure to view on. I found every single angle that I viewed the phone to be great, even in direct sunlight. It gets super bright once you pump up that brightness, and the pixel density is a crazy 518 ppi or pixels per inch. And you can definitely notice the difference when you compare this to the likes of an iPhone 6, 6 Plus. These screens are top notch and take the cake in any sort of display currently on the market. Number 3, tech specs and performance. This wouldn't be a flagship or Samsung's flagship phablet if it didn't have the latest and greatest specs. We've got a 64-bit octa-core processor, 4 gigs of RAM, the latest GPU. This thing packs a serious punch. It does come with either 32 or 64 gigs of onboard storage. And when we take a look at the benchmark scores, it kills the single core as well as multi-core score. 4648, one of the highest I've seen for a phablet or a smartphone in general, I should say. It is running Android Lollipop 5.1.1 right out of the box, and it does have Samsung's TouchWiz skin over top. And don't get me wrong, I used to hate TouchWiz. I do prefer the look and feel of stock Android, just like a lot of other people on the internet. But I won't lie, that TouchWiz is getting better and is a lot more bearable these days. They've simplified things, made things a lot easier to use, and I think I can live with it without running another skin or another launcher over top. Going through all applications, social media, gaming, YouTube, switching between apps, the Note 5 handles without any sort of issue, as it should for a device that costs $600 to $800. This thing tackles applications and hardcore 3D games, multitasking like an absolute beast. In all the time that I've used it, I didn't have it stutter or lag once, and I think that's a true testament to how good this device is. We usually have that normal Android lag, but here on the Note 5, I didn't notice any kind of hiccups. Thumbs up on my end. Number 4, the dope camera sitting on the back. It is a 16 megapixel sensor with dual LED flash, and I hope that I can finally say this and actually mean it. I think this camera can compete with the likes of the iPhone. One of the big reasons why I actually switched back to iOS or the iPhone is in fact the camera. The devices that I've used, the LG G4, they're close, but the camera on the iPhone is still one of the best on any smartphone that I've used. And I'm hoping to say, from the time that I've used this, the actual camera is legit on the Galaxy Note 5. It doesn't have video stabilization in this mode, but if you switch back down to 1080p, it does. The stills that it shoots are slick, nice and quick to autofocus, and even low light performance is on point. Here are a few samples as well as video footage shot in 4K. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Front-facing camera is 5 megapixels, which is more than enough for all of your selfie game, whether you're posting on Instagram, Snapchat, or I guess for your own personal use. The front-facing cam also gets a solid 2 thumbs up in my books. Number 5, wireless charging, and I know this might not be a top priority for some people, but for me, this makes it onto my top 5 list. It is so handy to have a wireless charging station somewhere on your desk. Plop your phone down and it begins to charge without having to worry about a cable. This is a huge added bonus, and there are other phones like the LG G4, for example, which don't even have this. That wraps up my top 5 picks. And that was my top 5 reasons, or 5 reasons why you should grab or buy the Galaxy Note 5. Always one of my favorite phablets of the year. I am a big fan of the S Pen, but this year, it didn't make this top 5 list, but maybe check out the next video, as I said, which might be 5 reasons why you should not buy the Galaxy Note 5. And remember, this will be a competitor against the iPhone 6 Plus and the iPhone 6S Plus. A bit weird to say that since we haven't had a 6S Plus yet. But if you found this video of any use, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel as you do not want to miss all the sweet tech content that is coming your way, and I will catch the rest of you in my next episode. Peace!